Hey, so I'm working on the Refer Serious Misconduct by a Teacher service, and it's a big old form with a task list. And I want to talk about the state of an upload input. But before I do, I want to sort of set the scene a little bit. So if we go to a standard task with a standard input like text input or a radio button, what happens is you get through the flow, it sort of presents all the answers, and if you go to click change on one of them, it will just show you that question but with it filled in. And this is just standard form behaviour, nothing magical to see here. So hold that in your mind, and I want to show you this step. When you click on about their role as a task, there's a step in it which is this, which is how do you want to give details about their main duties, and one of those things can be upload files. So let's just focus on this one. Now it doesn't matter that this is conditionally revealed. Imagine it was just only an upload file input, a file input on this page. Now when you code through it for the first time, it's just a standard input. Upload file, hint, for example, a job description and the input itself. So click on that, you upload a file, save and continue, and you go through the rest of the flow and you end up on the check answers page again. So it says you chose to upload a file, and here was the file you uploaded. So the question is, what happens when you click on change? And this is interesting because, so let me just click on change. This is what it would be without any intervention. It just shows you the input. And it doesn't show you the currently selected file because file inputs have security issues around that, because to get at that file, you have to sort of interrogate the user's computer, and there's a security risk there. So this is what it looks like. But the problem with this, and I'm not saying it's a huge problem, but the problem I see with this is that it's inconsistent with all the other inputs that do show the currently selected or entered answer. And it also, and there's a reason for showing the currently selected or entered answer, because that helps the user know from what they want to change. So the first thing I did here was, I'm just going to go into the code to turn it on. The first option I went with was this. So you come back here and you see the uploaded file. So this is now a heading, not a label, and it's replaced the input with the name of the file that you can download to check on, or you can click on delete file. And clicking this would then reload the page and reveal the initial input again. The problem with this is that it's long-winded, and it also keeps the context separate. So you've sort of got to remember the file that you uploaded, then you come back to the page, and then it's just blank. And you can no longer get back to where you were before very easily. So that's option one. Didn't really like that too much, but it seemed like a good idea when I first thought of it. Option two is this, which is even more ick, which is that it shows you the currently uploaded file at all times. It reveals the input in a drop down, in a toggle details component. And the idea behind that is that you don't have any page refresh. It keeps the file in context, like what I was just talking about, and you can just upload a file from there. But it seems it's pretty icky to have to reveal an entire input just to get around that. So, and also this just feels a little bit lost. So then I went with option number three, which was this, which is don't even bother having something that reveals it. And then here is the same thing again. But the problem with this is that this again is lost, and it's just hierarchically a bit odd that you sort of, your eyes are sort of gazing over here, but the file that you've already uploaded is above there. Now you can't put it within there, because that means, because you can't have a link within a hint text, because then it will get confused with clicking the sort of being announced as you enter this input in a screen reader, the hint text is announced along with the label, and then it would announce the file, which is a link. So there's like an accessibility concern around there. So then the next one, hope I explained that right. And the next one, which is my favourite, and the last one, which is this. Basically, put it in a grey box to sort of tie the two things together, have a better hierarchy because of that, and then have a currently uploaded file heading that describes that, so that these two things are on more of an equal footing. So if you are facing this kind of thing in your flows, something to consider. And if you found a better way of doing this, let me know.